NERDSoul.
Oh yeah, late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Let's go because we got a new trailer, y'all. We got that official teaser tease. Best believe that. Check it. We got some people coming through. We ain't just by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me, myself, nerd soul. We got some other young brothers up in here to do their thing. We gonna talk about that Captain America: Brave New World. Now, I'm gonna start off. I'm a go on and say I have been fairly critical of Mr. Wilson. All right, I ain't gonna lie. Sam Wilson, I've been critical. Okay, I've talked to many a time about how the brother can't fight. All right, they be getting on my nerves. I'd be like, why he gotta lose every fight? He get beat up by Batroc. He get beat up like every time I turn. I'm like, he ain't got no hands. But I will say, in this trailer right here, it seems like the brother got hands. All right, I'm gonna be honest. It seemed like the brother got hands in this. We see him do the little split side flippy kick. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he got some hands. All right, so I will give him that on this one. I will give him his props and give him that. And honestly, all in all, this trailer, I think is good, y'all. I'm be for real. Yo, come in, put your headphones on for this. I like it. I like this trailer. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's well cut. I like the music. I like the action in it. Look, not only do I like the look and the action and what I think the stakes are gonna be, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Here's another thing, y'all. Oh, here's another thing. I think we even got some surprises left for this movie that they ain't shown us yet, or they've alluded to. Because, of course, we get the surprise. We're going to talk about Roke in a little bit. We're going to talk about him. But I'm going to keep it real with you. I went from seeing set photos and not caring at all to now I'm pumped. I want to see this. And I like the vibe we're going with concerning Captain America, where we kind of return to the political thriller, spy thriller, military, sci-fi kind of thing.
What's good, my people? It's your boy Mark Dub, half man, half amazing, spicy like that Creole, not the Cajun. Yo, I just checked out that Captain America Brave New World trailer. Still featuring Anthony Mackie as Captain Falcon or Falcon America or whatever his nom de guerre is. And a rather spry looking Harrison Ford playing General Thunderbolt Ross. If y'all don't know who Thunderbolt Ross becomes, look it up. And then you'll be as intrigued as I am. I think the clip looks good. Ross tells him, I want you to be more Captain America. And then he says, Steve Ross. And Giancarlo Esposito's in it, so it's about to be cracking. And he looks cool, and he's got a gun. I'm in. Are you guys in? Let's check it out.
Brave New World. Saw the trailer. I had to watch it a couple times to digest it. It has potential. Whoever cut that thing, they did a great job. They did a great job doing it. I think if Marvel has finally decided to do a straightforward superhero movie with Winter Soldier vibes and the Red Hulk, and dealing with the time match situation, I think it'll be fine. I think they'll have a win on their hands. As happy as I am to see a black lead, and especially in this trailer, them being focused on the black lead, full disclosure, I do not have a lot of faith in Anthony Mackie and Marvel to really pull anything decent off. I'm not an Anthony Mackie fan. I do not like some of the stuff he says in interviews, and his vibes are just off to me. However, I don't really trust Marvel after these last couple phases to do anything that I really care about. But I'm open to be surprised. So, it was a decent trailer. I give them that. What they need to do is give Sam the super soldier serum. I am not a fan of Sam, but if they gave him the super soldier serum and we did a Winter Soldier type turn on this thing, it would be dope. But again, I'm not optimistic. Good trailer though.
I mean, shoot, we got a whole host of characters. From, of course, we get Ross, and I'll start with Ross first. Ross in this situation seems slightly reformed in the beginning of the trailer, because we know Ross from Incredible, and we know the Ross we know until his daughter was in danger. He was a thorn in the side of heroes. I'll just say that he was a thorn. He's not the he's a prickly guy. He's not the easiest to deal with. He's a son of a gun, if you will, and he not only thinks he's the smartest in the room in most cases, he thinks he's the rightest in the room, if you know what I mean. And not only is he the rightest in the room, but he also thinks he has the most power in the room. And he shows it in a lot of cases. But in the beginning of this trailer, Ross seems to be reformed. He seems to be more subdued. Maybe he's learned a lesson or two. Of course, we've had the blip and everything. So maybe he's, a little more open to heroes and things of that nature. And as the trailer goes on, you're like, nah, same old Ross. Same old Ross. Yeah, you ain't fooling nobody, Mr. Ross. Oh, no. I don't care what kind of suit you wearing or office you hold. Nah, you still the same old person that we don't like. Now, the interesting part is his continued, I guess, push to try to make Captain America an official governmental, military role. I wonder what his thinking is behind that. But him reaching out to him, I'm pretty sure there are ulterior motives, unless it is a situation where Cap is right, where Cap is saying like, yo man, you got leaks or you got problems in your inner circle, and whether you know it or not, or you might not know it, or you just don't want to deal with it, but you got problems. So that, what I'm saying, that is a situation where I don't know. I don't know if Ross has changed and he's better, or Ross is still the same old dude and he's just doing the political, the political two-step or whatever. Outside of Ross, I want to talk about Isaiah. I did not expect to see, because I don't look at a lot of, set photos. I try not to speculate too much on films until we start seeing trailers. So seeing Isaiah here is awesome. Seeing what Isaiah does is even more awesome, because the way he played it in Captain America and Winter Soldier was like, yeah, I had the super soldier serum, but I'm old now. And he ain't say he ain't had that old man strength, y'all. Oh, no, he didn't. He ain't tell us about that old man strength. He told us he was old. Alright, that's what he told me. He said, yo, NERDSoul, I'm old, man. Yo, I'm old. I don't even worry about me. I can't even throw nobody across the room no more. I was like, word, alright, man, going and tend to your garden, my brother. You've done more for this nation than this nation's ever done for you. And you know what? Hey, I salute you. I'm sorry you had to go what you had to go through, but at least that's all over, and you ain't got to deal with no kind of political ish no more. But oh no, that man said, "Oh, what you thought? Oh, what, you think I ain't got that old man strength? You think I can't twist a lug nut off barehanded?" Bruh, not only did he seem to spoil the party, homie threw a dude into the wall, tried to assassinate the president, and that's all we know about him at this point. Oh, and he jumped out a window like Luke Cage out this piece. So he still got it. This is why I be telling y'all stop messing with these old men. Y'all keep on playing with these old men. You're gonna get got. And I ain't nothing I can do, because you don't want that old butt whooping. Alright, you don't want that old butt whooping from like the 1930s. You don't want that. You don't want that beat down for the 40s.
All right, so I just found and watched the trailer for Captain America: Brave New World. This is gift time in Velu, and this is a very encouraging trailer. Now, for me, obviously, I've always been an MCU fan, and I've liked most of this stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of flawed content, but this one looks particularly good. Definitely looks like it picks up from after Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, not Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it looks great. I am sad on one thing. I'm gonna hit the negative first, and I'll go with my positives. Is that Giancarlo Esposito is not going to be playing Professor Xavier in a X-Men movie as a flip of an X-Men. So I am a little bit sad on that one because of the fact that there was so much talks about him entering into the MCU, and to see he's the villain, which, is always going to be cool. Everybody knows that his character from Breaking Bad basically has set the standard for who his characters are moving forward, which I think he has fun with. Clearly he does, or else he wouldn't keep picking these roles. But this guy looks kind of like a badass, and is the villain for this one, whoever it is, even though it's probably part of a bigger agenda. Getting to also see getting one of the Dora Milaje as security force speaks a lot of volume. And take that as a negative in the sense of, like, I hope we're not seeing the dissemination of Wakanda, despite everything that happened in the events of Wakanda Forever. But moving into the positives, I like that Anthony Mackie's reprising the role. He looks like he's good for the role. Looks like he's bringing the same charm that he did with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I hate the fact when people call him N-Bird. Like, it's like, nah, man. I know it's all jokes, but man, put some respect on his name, man. Like, he's Captain America now, and it looks like they continue to enhance his uniform. Harrison Ford being General Ross and winning the election is very reflective, and I don't even know if that was intentional at the time, but reflective of what we have currently. So, I think it makes it just feel a little bit more both satire and grounded simultaneously. It looks like MCU's going back to groundedness. Ironically, though, we see the Red Hulk at the end, which is, we've been expecting for General Ross to turn into. And I am curious to see, what the leader and the whole, I forgot the name, the collection or whatever they are, end up doing in this series, in this movie. And we finally will get the acknowledgement of the freaking Dude Mountain from the Eternals to be a part of this, which I'm excited to see how this is all going to coalesce together. Again, I think February 2025. It's also a little bittersweet because in one hand, at this point, we were supposed to start to be working our way into Kang Dynasty and the Secret Wars and everything like that. But obviously, everything getting pushed back means we don't get them until 2030 something, 2028, 2030 something, which is fine. I think it's better for the ability for people to maintain their attention on this product, but it is sad to see 2025 and we're just kind of kicking the MCU back in, and obviously we still got Deadpool and Wolverine to really kick this thing up an extra notch. But I think they have something serious. Obviously, I'm not sure what the storyline in totality is, because I don't think the storyline that we get obviously in this trailer is really the storyline, considering what you have from the beginning, then Giancarlo Esposito, and then you get Red Hulk. Like, those are two very separate types of villains and two very separate types of entities. So obviously I think one connects to the other, but I do wonder what the connection will be and how they're going to end up shaping it. So it looks very encouraging that this is going to be a great film, and I'm glad they gave it more time. They did the rewrites for it and really have made sure, which is probably why the General Ross feel is just too real. It's too real. But I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to look good. Like I said, I'm glad Anthony Mackie's back as Falcon. Looks like we brought back Torres from, again, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. No, not Falcon and the Winter Soldier from, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I hope that the writing improves, because this is going to be, the first film in like a year or two that's been worth it for the MCU. And so, this is a lot of pressure on it as well, obviously, after Deadpool. So it'll be the first film after Deadpool and Wolverine that's been good. And 2022, it just was nothing to speak on, except for Guardians of the Galaxy. So, but I'm really hyped to see this one. Can't wait to see what the trailer 2 is going to be. Hopefully they don't reveal too much story, and allow us to be able to enjoy the build up for this. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. You can find me at Instagram at Gifttime Rugby, GIFTTIME Rugby. On Twitter at Giftegbelu, GIFTEGBELU. And on TikTok at Gifttime Rugby, GIFTTIME
Apparently, in my opinion, he's apparently not working by himself. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like something he would do on his own, unless Ross was involved with something maybe against him or his son that we don't know about. We'll find out later. But I like the fact that Isaiah's here. We see what he does. It throws a new layer of intrigue into this. And speaking of intrigue, we get the character, of course, Big Brother Almighty. We don't know what character he's playing, or at least I don't, because I haven't been reading every single thing. Because I'll be honest, when I heard about this movie, after seeing the All Lives Matter speech that the stern talking to that Captain America gave at the end of his series, I didn't really care too much. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really care too much, but I will admit that he looks much different in this movie. And maybe it's a situation where he's taking what he's been dealing with through his series, his conversations maybe between then and now with Isaiah, and maybe his view of America is changing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when you a black man in America, you gotta look at America sideways. You can't America. America is great. It'll do. But so maybe he's looking at America in that way, and maybe what goes on with Ross kind of pushes it over the edge with whoever's in the background or pulling strings. And then of course, what like he said, what about when we disagree about something? You know what I'm saying? Because if I become a part of the military, you would be my direct boss, you meaning Ross. And we see him going back and forth with Ross, and Ross saying, "You're Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers." And him kind of returning to saying, "I know," or something of that nature. I think he could have had a better line in that case, but his realization in this movie of who he is, and him just saying, "You're right, I'm not," who he is as a black man in America, especially an American black man, not an immigrant from another, an American black man descended from enslaved people, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? His viewpoint and how he's viewed in America is much different. And he's experienced that, no matter how much a company man, military man he want to be. I'm sure he's experienced it. And up to this point, I'm pretty sure he's weighed many different options, especially if I'm to believe, and of course I might be reaching here, any further conversations he's had with Isaiah since his series. Because we don't know how much of a time jump this is going to be. But I like that a lot. On the villain side, I love that we don't really know what's going on. We got Big Brother Almighty. We got Isaiah doing something. We see these two ladies that look like they may be agents, but we don't know if they're agents or not, or if they're, double agents, or if they're Skrulls, because we can't count out Skrulls because they here and we just kind of dropped that storyline. Don't get me wrong. I know the Secret Invasion story. I know.
What up, folks? This is Keith Cooper of Blurtish. I'm here because the homie NERDSoul wanted me to give my thoughts on this new trailer that's just dropped for Captain America: Brave New World, starring Anthony Mackie, out down here from the boot from New Orleans, round away from Baton Rouge. But I'm not always the biggest Mackie fan, but he's serviceable. I did enjoy Falcon and the Winter Soldier, minus some, the ending was a little goofy. But you know what? He represents for the state, for the whole state. I feel obligated to go see it. And you know what? They gave me a good trailer. You know what? And then you got Giancarlo Esposito in it. You got Han Solo, his name. Look, it escaped me for the moment. But, he's playing General, he got recast then to play the General Thunderbolt Ross, who y'all know is mostly a villain or a problem usually in the Marvel world. He's never straightforward. He's never, sane. He abuses his power. He used to be the bad guy, always chasing the Hulk, and his ties with the Hulk. And, lo and behold, a Red Hulk appears. So, I don't know. Look it up. You'll be able to find out what you need regarding that. I don't want to spoil nothing, but just do your research. But overall, I think it's going to be a promising good time. I like the tone of the trailer. They're blowing up the White House. They're doing other stuff. It looks very action, like, Falcon / Captain America. He actually kicked some people in the head. Maybe they listen to the gripes about this dude ain't got no hands. He better have hands. Like, it can't be none of that stuff on the TV show. And they'll be getting beat up to Bertok the Leaper or whatever his name is. But, overall, February, let's just be honest, traditionally has been a dumping ground for January, February usually aren't your most action-packed movies that would even get me to get out during that time. I know it's not usually the coldest here in winter in February, but deal with me. I don't usually go out to the theater unless it's something I truly want to spend money on, especially around that time. It's like, it'll just be home soon. But you know what? Marvel has, Deadpool coming out in July this month. In fact, 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now. And then you can push this to February. I think February is a good release. It's a good soft time to get people interested instead of trying to push it directly into summer competition. Especially, I don't know what's coming out in 2025, but I think this is a good way to help a character out like Sam Wilson. And I think Isaiah's coming back. What can I say? So I have talked longer than the trailer itself, so I'm going to end this. I am Keith Cooper of Blurtish. Follow me at blurred.ish on IG and check out the many things that we do. Peace.
Maybe when he's talking, meaning Sam, is talking about the inner circle, maybe part of that inner circle is Skrulls that we don't know about and maybe won't find out about until later. We have Sam Wilson. We have hopefully essentially Red Wing, I assume. Because we do see two people in flight suits, and I assume Torres is the other one. It seems to make sense. So we have Torres, who's definitely on Cap's side. We have Isaiah, who might be on Cap's side without Cap knowing it. Then we do also have the possibility of very small possibility, but who knows? Because Marvel do be keeping secrets. We do have the possibility of the Winter Soldier being somewhere around to help, maybe like in a scene or two. Which, it kind of depends if they're in there or not. I wouldn't mind seeing him. Of course, I want this movie to be Cap's movie, but there's nothing wrong with, I think, him pulling in a favor or two in a scene here or there, maybe for some information, maybe one quick fight scene, and then they can go on off into the sunset, and then Cap can continue his story. How the hero's journey, they stop off, they meet this one person, they help him with this one thing, and they go on. So maybe something like that. But the deck seems to be stacked in a way that I did not think of before. I didn't really care of before, but now with the possibility of a red She-Hulk, with a possibility of Sharon Carter being somewhere around lingering, with the possibility of Valentina, all of these characters, with those possibilities plus any scrolls that might be around, I'm down. I'm way more down for this than I was at the beginning. I think it's well cut. The music is there. The action is there. The political implications of where the nation is going to be at concerning heroes, once again, I like a lot. I don't know how not the MCU. I don't know how the multiverse will play in this, if at all. But we are supposed to still be in the multiverse saga. So I guess there's always a possibility of that kind of looming problem rearing its ugly head. But all in all, I'm digging this, y'all. For real. From the Red Hulk to the explosions to Big Brother Almighty to Isaiah to Cap actually fighting and beating, he punched the dude, knocked him out. He did a split flippy kick, hit them. He flew through a fighter jet, blew that up. He's winning now. All right, because he won't win it all the time, man. Sam Wilson done taking some L's. It had me looking, but he does seem to be winning in this case. Now, of course, you've heard from some other perspectives too on this trailer. I'm digging it. Guys, holla at me. I'ma holla at you down in them comments. Let's talk Captain America, Brave New World. I'm on deck. It's good to see Harrison Ford doing his thing. It's good to see Carl Lumbly doing his thing. Man, shouts out to Carl Lumbly. He's been a hero of mine for a long time. Carl Lumbly, shouts out to every single role he's done. He's always been top notch. And shouts out to the Mantis, that will always be an amazing piece of sci-fi hero actionism. You know what I'm saying? And a brother was doing his thing back then. So anyway, guys, until the next time that you have to go undercover or that you have to endure a straight up governmental citywide militaristic attack right down in the middle of Pennsylvania Avenue. It's just for me to see you saying peace.